how to use stories to sell, insider secrets. Hey, you know this to be true, right? People love hearing stories. They love storytelling. But did you know it's the #1 way to sell your products? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to sell people by telling stories, and you're going to get really good at it. It doesn't matter if you're good at it now. I'll give you the simple steps you need to tell people stories and sell your products, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. If you're new to my channel, first off, welcome. Good to see you here. And I want you to subscribe. It's so important that you do. Go down to that big button down there, that subscribe button, hit that button. But after you do that, you've got some homework. Here it is. You got to hit the notifications button. See, it was simple homework. You were all worried. It's easy. Once you hit the notification button, you got to turn on all notifications, and you will become, what will you become? Part of the Fisher family. You will become a VIP member, and guess what? I'm going to treat you better than everybody else. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to actually notify you every single time I do a video. Now, I've been selling online since 2009, and I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products. And on this channel, I show you what to do. You know, I want you to skip over the mistakes. I want you to know all the tips and tricks, so I share them with you on this channel. I've actually got my own branded products on thousands of websites, including Walmart. Pretty cool stuff, right? Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to do something special for you. I'm going to give you my e-commerce course. Just give it to you. It's worth $97. All you got to do is click and learn. Simple and easy stuff. Now, let's get into that storytelling stuff. Okay, let's face it, storytelling is the thing that sets your brand apart from everybody else's. We own a company that sells survival foods, and I have a story for it, right? We have some canned meats that are phenomenal, but we don't just say we have canned meats. No, we don't do that. We let them know that we only buy from 4 locally sourced farms in the United States. It's all US produced. We actually slow pressure cook the meat. All the meats are hand selected. There's no gristle, there's no fat. It's low in cholesterol, it's low in sodium. It's one of the best meats you can eat. But then what we do is we actually put the raw meat inside of a can, and we slow pressure cook it just like your grandma's pot roast. Matter of fact, it's better than your grandma's pot roast. Now, that story, that little short story about the meat that we sell, has sold us millions of dollars worth of products. If we just said, hey, we've got survival food and one of it's canned meat, that's not real appealing. As a matter of fact, it kind of sounds gross. But once they taste our product, once they hear the story, they're all in, and we've sold millions of dollars just doing that. Now, if you've never considered telling stories to sell your product, you have missed out. This is one of the best things you can do, and it's a skill that you can actually learn. And what you want to do is you want to devise a story that basically is going to kind of kill all the objections that they have. Now, when we talk about our canned meats, we talk about how moist it is, how tender it is, how there's no fat, how there's no gristle in it, how it tastes like, you know, your grandma's pot roast. And what we're basically saying is most people would think that survival food's not going to be good. It's not going to be flavorful. It's going to be dry. It's going to be gross, right? It's going to be tough. And we develop a story that actually kills all those narratives about people thinking that survival food is bad. As a matter of fact, we tell people, you know, people buy our products because they want to eat it, not because they have to eat it. That's a great story. Now check this out, some other examples. This particular page here is from HubSpot. It's one of the largest producers of marketing content and services on the web. Their About page is actually titled Our Story. Pretty cool, right? Now, when you go to their page, the story then breaks down what led HubSpot to be founded, the reasons they were successful despite challenges, and how the company functions today. Strangely, actually, it's not that strange at all, really. This structure follows a 3-act story structure of inciting incident, rising action, and climax and resolution. This is the same type of storyline that when you go to a movie theater and watch a movie, it follows the same path. Now here's the way storytelling should work with your product. It's really not about selling. It's not about selling at all. It's really about problem solving. So you want to think of the problems that people have when they're coming to your product and why they would buy your product. If it's an exercise thing, maybe it's to feel more comfortable in their clothes. Maybe it's to get healthier. Maybe it's all these things. So somebody who is teaching this can talk about their students that have gone through the same problems and tell a story about one of their students. They could tell the story about themselves if they've lost a lot of weight and they've achieved some of their goals. Here's the cool thing: you really make your company stand out when you do storytelling, because you're not saying, hey, we're this great company and we've got this great product. You're saying, hey, I understand that you're a consumer and you've got some problems, and I've got a product that can solve those problems for you, and here's how it's going to do it. So if you tell it in that manner, the people kind of feel like, well, that company cares about me. They don't just care about their product and their profits, they actually are trying to help me out. Now, one of the coolest things that you can do in storytelling is to use testimonials. Now, you can use your testimonial if you went through a process and achieved something like weight loss, but what's even better is if you can get individuals who've tried your product to do a testimonial on it. Now, I remember when I first started my survival food company, I would actually send out some of my products to somebody who did YouTube videos, and I would say, hey, why don't you do a testimonial on this if you like it? And I could actually get some free testimonials by doing that. The other thing I did is when people bought the product, I would do a contest. I would say, hey, do a testimonial on my product and I'm giving away some free food and you could win if your video gets selected. And I would also give them a discount if they did a testimonial on my product that they could use on our website. Now, that was kind of a twofold thing. I got my testimonial, but the discount was for on their next order, so it actually got them to buy the product. So you can get testimonials from a lot of different ways. Now, once you get these testimonials, these should be first and foremost on your sales pages. These are going to be more important than anything else. Matter of fact, consumers tell us that their decisions to buy a product are more often influenced by other purchasers of that product than anybody else. I mean, you think of Amazon and you look at how many stars are on that particular product, how many stars, you know, and what are the reviews on that product. You think about Yelp and restaurants, you go through and you read those reviews and you find out what other people thought. It's not the restaurant that you're buying, it's the other people's opinion of the restaurant. It's the other people's opinion on Amazon of that product that sways your decision to purchase it. And you're going to stand out too. That's the big thing. If you're telling stories in your sales pages, you're going to stand out from everybody else, because very few people get that. They don't understand that the story thing is so very, very important. If you're telling stories, you're going to look like the one company that actually cares about their clients and their customers, and you're trying to show them that you want to get them the results they want. You want to solve their problems. You want to help them achieve whatever they want to achieve. Okay, let's say you're selling some running shoes. You could tell the story about Joshua. Joshua was always going out every day and he was running 3 miles, but after a certain period of time his arches got really sore until he bought our Acme running shoes. Okay, once he bought our Acme running shoes, his pain went away, and since his pain went away, he's up to 5 and 6 miles now and still gaining, all because we helped him erase that pain. Now, that's kind of a silly small story, but basically it's saying your product helps somebody achieve something, and in calling the person by name, Jason or John or Pete or Becky or whatever it is, it seems more real to them and it's more believable. So if it's more believable, more real, and it seems like maybe a problem they can identify with, maybe their arches are sore too, they're probably going to buy your product. Okay, so I guess the big question is, what story are you going to tell? Now, I can't tell you how to do a story about your product because everybody's product's different. You know, my story for survival food is different from my story for my Facebook ads course, which is different from my story on my Web Cash Academy or whatever. They're all different. But what you want to do to devise a story is a couple things. First off, you want to think about all of the problems that your product could solve, okay? All of the things that your product could help people achieve, and make a list of those things, okay? Once you've done that, you can devise a story around that about how it helped you. You can start with yourself. If you've already got customers, actually go out to them and say, hey, will you give me a testimonial? Will you give me a written one? Will you give me a video one? And incentivize them to do that. Offer them a discount or give them access to something free, or send them a gift or something along those lines. Enter them into a contest. There's so many things you can do, but if you can get testimonials from your customers, those are the best stories in the world. So I hope this helps you out. I hope you understand how storytelling is really super super important in selling your product. You don't want to just beat people over the head and say buy my product, buy my product. You actually want to tell them a story. If you can do that and you can demonstrate that you're going to be able to help them out, that these things are going to be good for them, they're going to help them achieve things, then you're going to sell more of your products. Hey, if you like this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down there. Don't forget to do that if you're not already a member of the Fisher family. The way you're going to do that is you're going to hit the notification bell, and when you hit the notification bell, turn on all notifications. Why? Because you'll be a VIP. You'll become part of the Fisher family, and I will notify you every single time I do a new video. And don't forget about my gift to you. My gift to you is an e-commerce course. Go down in the description, click on the link, click and learn. No credit card required. You don't have to do anything but click and learn. Super simple. Thanks for listening to this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.